Okay, guys, so I just finished watching the movie, and after I finished watching the movie, I was actually a bit angry. I was pissed off a little bit. So that movie, I would say it's one of the dumbest movie I've ever watched in my entire life. It's a Yoruba movie, and the title is SCUM. It was produced and directed by Kolawole Ajeyemi, Toyin's husband. When I saw the movie and then I saw the number of views in how many days, like, wow, this movie is going to be great. It must be, people are watching it. After I finished watching the movie, even when I was still watching it, I kept asking myself, what's the purpose? What's the essence? What's the purpose? Kini koko. If you are watching a movie, or after watching a movie, you'll be like, okay, what did I learn from this movie? This is what I learned, this is what I learned. But this particular movie, there is nothing to learn. However, before I continue this movie, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Alice TV, where we review Hollywood movies in general, both the English, Yoruba, cinema, Netflix, Showmax, Amazon Prime, name it. As long as it is Nollywood, you will see it here. Now let me go back to SCUM. When I actually came across SCUM, I was like, "Ooh, this movie is going to be great." And then I read the description. Oh, but the description was hot. They were like, "Okay, oh, a woman, oh, she was chopping breakfast, oh, she was, men were treating her like somehow." And then boom, she decided that yes, let's throw it back to them. And I was like, oh yeah, baby, we are in for a sweet ride. Hey, that sweet ride there started as bumpy, and then it just do poo 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 poo, just go down. It was not sweet. No, it was not sweet at all. Number one, the storyline was not what they gave us. Forget it. It was totally different. Let me tell you what the movie is all about. The movie was about a lady who has chopped breakfast severally. After chopping breakfast, she now felt, me too, I can marry two men now. And then she married two men. At the end of the day, those two men, they actually impregnated her. They also and one of those two men impregnated the younger sister. And who is to blame for that? The elder sister or those two jobless men that decided to be staying in a woman's house and be dating her at the same time. That's what the story is all about. And when did it start in the movie? You see, they showed us the UK scenes. I'll be referring to Kolawole Ajeyemi here as BF1. I'll be referring to Itele as BF2, and I'll be referring to Debbie Shokoya as in my house, in my house. Let's have Toyin in this movie and other actors and actresses in the movie. So in the beginning, they showed us some scenes in the UK where Itele and Kolawole, they were, flaunting, showing off the wealth of the women and so on like that. And let's be sincere, let's take down those UK scenes of the movie. The movie is still what it is, honestly speaking. Or waste the time one, or maybe they just wanted to show us that, hello, we have connection here. Like, we can actually make movie here in the UK. We are rich, except that one. If it is not that one, then the UK scenes were necessary. They could have started the movie from this particular scene when Kola was deported from the UK, and just use mouth to cover the reason why he was deported. Simple. We eventually use mouth to still explain. So Bobo, I show UK and all those things. It was not necessary. It was just a waste of time. It paid me. It was a waste of time. It was not a sweet ride at all. Then fine. When I said, when I saw the storyline, I was thinking, okay, this is how the movie was going to play out. I was thinking, okay, they said the women, they turned against the men, and then they paid them back in their own coin. I was thinking maybe they went all out, get a job, started a business, and they become more rich, richer than their partners, and so on like that, independent and strong. But it was not it though. It was not it. She married two men. These two men, jobless and so on like that. You would know that, okay, from her own past self, she has a very bad taste in men. How can you marry a jobless man as rich as you are, as big as you are? It's not like that man was rich before and go broke. A jobless man. In fact, the man was not even ready to work, but to be covering, and be flaunting your own money to them. They moved into your own house. It's only jobless men and lazy men that do this. And for the fact that these men, they could have actually gang up and, kill you, rob you of your money, and do so many things like that are very, very horrible to talk about. But she didn't even think about it that way. She brought in two men into the house. The two of them were totally jobless. Anyway, not one was jobless. Two of them were totally jobless, and then she was knacking them. Boyfriend one was knacking the younger sister. It was just there, and they both eventually got pregnant. The younger sister was blaming the elder sister. Auntie, come here, you're a 16-year-old girl. Sure, there any. Like, why would you be blaming your elder sister for that decision? Somebody started introducing you to bat, you cannot say no. Hey, see wahala. Well, maybe because they lacked fatherly love. So that's the only thing I can say about that. Anyways, what are the good sides of this story for me? Shame I tell you the truth. What will I give you? Nothing.
He shock you.
My lie, nothing. Nothing. What are the bad things about this movie? It's plenty. Number one, the subtitling, spelling errors, spam donor. They spell it as peer donor. Hey. It was not that one though. There were tenses errors. So many errors with this subtitling. It was just trash. And then the combination of the actresses in this movie was not so great enough. How can you say that Shokoya is the other sister of Temitope? They are two worlds apart. One is dark, one is fair. One is chubby, one is lepa. Even more lepacious than I am. No iota of resemblance like this. No, that one was way too much. And another bad thing about this movie is the storyline. The fact that the storyline was not the same thing as what happened in the movie, and for the fact that whatever it is that they even did in that movie was pure nonsense. Now that one pay me pass. And then the ugly part of this movie is no lessons to learn. Like, there is nothing to learn. There was nothing to learn. Okay, after watching the movie, I figured, okay, let me try and wrap my head around it and let's see what lesson to learn. Number one, are they saying that women should be independent and not marry, not get married at all, just become baby mama? Because this particular lady was telling her friend that, okuri, don't trust okuri, you go to trust man. men, okuri, they will give you breakfast job. And she eventually chopped the breakfast. Now, what are they telling us? Not to trust men, or not to bother getting married and just become a baby mama. In my house also, she chopped breakfast, come marry two men. Eventually she regretted that decision, saying it's men's world at the end of the day. What was that point for? Like, what's the point? What's the lesson for? I tried thinking about it, but I can't figure it out. You get? And then those men, what is it? Gunga. Kini koko, that okay, maybe whatever it is that men do, since it is men's world, we have to take it like that. Even if they cheat on you with your housemaid, like what happened here, probably they are married and they are taking money from you, just take it, swallow it, don't do anything, it's men's world. Yeah, or maybe you just don't get married, become independent, and then become a baby mama, go to spam donor. See, I'm going to be rating this movie. I'm rating this movie 3/10 because, like I said, it's nothing to write home about. Nothing educating to learn. When I was reading people's comment that is educating, moral lesson, I was like, I wanted to ask them, what moral lesson did you learn? You people are lying. You are lying. What's you want? Why don't you just tell these people the truth that, okay, I did not learn any lesson there? If you watch the movie and you feel okay, you learned something or you gained something from the movie, kindly share it in the comment section so I can actually pick it up as well. And then our people that like me, that feels, oh, this movie is not worth it, they can actually pick up their own lessons too. Thank you. Anyways, I'll be back here to let you know which movie to watch that is going to worth your time. But pending that time, you can actually check my previous video if you're a new member of this channel. And yes, if you've not clicked on the subscribe button yet, kindly do so right away so that you can be a member of this channel. Hit the bell notification button so that you get notified whenever I drop a new video as well. Until some other time when I come your way, when I'm back here on this channel, I love you guys. Bye.